Hello everyone on YouTube and welcome to a new 3D hardcore tutorial. And I'm really busy at the last couple of days. I don't know, I have some issues, things I need to do, thinking a lot and whatever. And also at the spare time I'm doing a few new tutorials, like learning few other tutorials just to expand my knowledge. And I was crossing by some kind of tutorial which I was supposed to create some kind of wires, okay, for a piece of junk like a robot or something. And that was very interesting for me to create this wires. I thought that although I already created wires in a few tutorials, still wires are very interesting for me. Not only because these are wires, you can also do some amazing things using this. As you can see right now, what I'm showing you, it's actually same wires I learned to create. And I was playing with trying to do some crazy stuff with it. The best part of this is actually that you can animate this whatever it is, okay. You can do animation for it, and it's very easy. We won't touch the animation part because this is maybe for another tutorial, but and it's very dependent on whatever you whatever you like to achieve with your animation. But the main thing is to create this bunch of wires as you see them here, and this will be the main subject of this tutorial. So let's begin. Let's create a new scene, okay. No, don't save this, and let's start from fresh as always. I'm sorry, I'm smoking a lot, so sorry for those noises and whatever. Okay, so smooth wireframes. As for start, I hate when they aren't smooth enough. We will start by going over, make sure it's in polygons and create surfaces, okay. Now I have kind of a bug issue with this version of Maya. I don't know if it's a bug or maybe it's something that I'm doing wrong, but you will see in a second what I'm talking about. So I'm creating NURB cylinder, okay, from the surfaces menu. And what not as usual when I'm not using interactive creation tool, this time I will create using the creation tool. So I'm starting by placing a tube, okay. You're holding the left mouse key, clicking, and keep on holding just to determine how much the circle size will be, about so. Then you release and click again to stretch it to this point, okay, and then you leave it. So what I actually done is creating tap on 5 just to get the shading. I created a not poly NURB cylinder, but it's using cap, and I don't want this. So sometimes when I hit Control Z, like undo, it will remove the cap, okay, and that's okay. This is how I want this to be, okay. I want it to be without a cap, and because this interactive creation tool is creating this cylinder from three steps creation, you can remove undo the last step, which was to adding the caps also. Okay, now I will try to create another one, so I will click again on the poly cylinder and I will hit only once. Okay, so you can see it's already created the cylinder, and if I will do undo, so it will also remove the cap, and it's actually the same, but you still need to know how to work with interactive creation in order to create stuff like this. Okay, okay, that's for it. Let's delete this one, and what we will do right now, after you create this, by the way, sometimes people who using history, okay, like there is a button here which called history, construction history, and sometimes when you use things like that, it means that if it's turned on, you will Maya will remember every step that you made in the process for this object. Now, if it's turned off, Maya won't do that. Now, when you create a new like polygon cylinder, okay, just create a polygon cylinder so you can see what I'm talking about. Okay, this polygon cylinder. If I'll switch in the attribute editor to the poly cylinder 1 here tab, you can see that I have all those subdivision features which I can add or reduce the number of subdivision to each axis. Okay, and basically when you create a new poly cylinder, when this thing is turned off, let me show you. Okay, so this is the new cylinder down here. You won't get this tab over here. Okay, also if you already turn this on, okay, this one you can still modify it, but this one is unable to be modified. Okay, so make sure that whenever you use this feature, make sure that you remember this thing, because along the way you will need it. You will need to use this in some cases just to reduce the amount of memory RAM you're using on your computer. What this feature is also doing is there are many features in Maya that, like having animated, and it's like for instance, like plants. Okay, some plants in Maya effects, brush effects, whatever, paint effects, some of those features have an animation included inside. So whenever you create them, it's also building the animation for them. Okay, and this process can take a lot of your RAM in this in the work area or in this scene. So just to make sure that those animation aren't applied to the scene, because if you like, for instance, making still photos or I don't know what, just to make sure that this feature is turned off so it won't consume your raw memory. Okay, so we talked a lot about this. Let's delete those things and let's stick to the tutorial. Now, when we created this polycylinder, not polycylinder, NURB cylinder, we also have the same features as this subdivisions to head, but here it's called make NURB cylinder 1 tab, and you had more section. Okay, and you can add more spans. So it's almost the same, just different name for those. Okay, so I'm adding a little bit more spans, just something about 5, and I want to scale it to about so. Okay, also we are making sure that this is in the center of our grid. You know, here, and let's stretch it to about so. Now, yeah, let's center it a bit more. Now I want to look at this one, this cylinder from the top. So it will zoom in automatically to the center, so just use your mouse wheel to zoom out and place this cylinder over here. Okay, so now I will do top again just to see this, if it's really in this center. Okay, here. Okay, so what I actually did is just counting one cube to the side, okay, of the middle grid, okay, of the middle point in our grid. Now what we will do, we'll tap on insert for Windows users or home key for Mac user. So this will bring us the adjustments for our pivot point. So what I'm doing, I'm putting my my pivot to the center of my grid. Okay, I'm trying to bring it somewhere to the center, about so. I suppose that's fine. We can use the side view also to see this. Yes, that's this side view. Okay, so now we can see that this is really in the center, and maybe, yeah. Okay, so now that we placed our pivot here, we tap again on insert for Windows user or home for Mac users, and we can now continue. But before that, I may want to maybe even scale this a little bit more and stretch it back to same height. Okay, now again I will move it over back to this place, to the one cube I had to the left, and again I will have to put the pivot so it will be centered, okay, to the grid. Now tap again, home or insert for Windows users. Let's just check this by using our front view. Yeah, it still needs some modification, some adjustments, sorry. And great. Now we really can continue. So now I will back to my perspective view, and now I want to duplicate this using our pivot, okay, in a circle. So what I need to do is, actually I did it in earlier tutorial, I don't remember which one was this, but what we need to do is go over edit, duplicate special, and click on this little box here. Okay, so we will get this box, and first I want to reset it, so go for edit, reset settings, and I will show you how the process is done. First you need to think of how many NURBS cylinders like this one will be in this circle of those. Okay, so I want to get 17 copies in this circle. So what I need to do is go over my calculator, okay, which is here, tap 360 degrees divided by 70, okay, equal 21. Okay, so the rest is not, it's not under our concern. It's just that 21 is what important here. So now you from this box you type in for the number of copies 17. Okay, that means that we will have 18. Okay, 18 copies we will have, actually together with this copy. Okay, so you tap, you type 17, but you get 18. So we will get rid of this one. Now the other thing is to type the 21 along the y axis. Okay, so we want this polynerb cylinder to be copied in the y rotation. Okay, so we tap in the y rotation 21. So we have here, up here at this menu, we have X, Y, Z, and in Maya, when you see those three boxes, they all meaning the same position for the X, Y, Z. Okay, this will be the X, this will be the Y, and this will be the Z. Okay, it's always like that. Don't forget it. It's good to remember things like that. Okay, so after you've done this, click on duplicate spatial, and this is what we will have. Okay, now we want to get rid of this one, so tap on it, and the next thing is to make sure that each one of those are big enough, or I don't know, they are touching each other. Now this is a little bit complicated because we already need to think about this when we first do the duplicated. Okay, now if you've done the duplicating things, sorry, edit, undo, redo, redo again. Okay, so that was the step that I made for creating those, and you can see they are not touching each other, and I don't like this. Okay, so I will undo that. Okay, and first I will make my cylinder a little bit bigger. Okay, and again we'll maybe scale it on the height. Also, it may lose the center, but we already determined a center for it, so that's okay. Don't worry about it too much. After we made it big, we only need to place it here. Maybe we do need to make it bigger, so and adjust. So yeah, we will adjust the pivot again, and again we will do the same duplicate spatial we done. So the parameters are already in, even if you undo that, because this is how Maya acts. So duplicate spatial, and you can see the result. Okay, so this is very by luck like happening, that they are all very almost touching each other. You really need to do some test until you get to result like this. Always just make sure that the pivot is in the center, and that your first cylinder is something about the first cube. Okay, 1 unit to the left, or whatever side you will choose, and then it should be okay. Just try to make it big enough. So that's about it. I just tell you maybe what the size of this polycylinder, the scale. You can see the parameters here. So 0.167, 2.153, and 0.167. So this is about this thing. Now we want to go over, maybe stretch them all together at once, and we want to open the outliner and group all those fellows. Okay, so general, and while they're all selected, click group, then go edit, delete by type, history, and edit or modify, you can freeze transformation for them, and that's fine. Now, the next thing is to create an deformer for this thing. So you go over the animation, okay, tab here from the drop down menu, create deformer, and from the non-linear you choose twist. Okay, so when you click this, you will get something like this green thing inside this cone of our wires. So what you do, you go over the channel box, which is this icon here, click on it until you see this parameters, and you will see this twist 1 line here. Click on it, and you can click on start angle, okay, and click and hold down your mouse wheel, the middle mouse key, and you can hold and slide it to which direction you would like, and you will get this crazy twisting look. Okay, and that's nice. Now we can also add some lattice to our group. So choose from the outliner your group again, go over create deformers and choose lattice, but click on the little box here. Here you can say how much divisions you want for this lattice to be. So if you really want to manipulate this wires a lot, you can add maybe more for the Y axis, so add about 7, I don't know, and click on create. So that will create this lattice around our wires. Now what you can do with it is you can choose, right click, choose your lattice, and right click, choose lattice point, and you can choose those 4 and expand them using the scale tool, or move them a little bit more up, and you can grab those and maybe shrink them a little bit, okay, and basically do whatever you feel like. The greatest thing that I already talked about is the animating part for what you can do. Actually, when you animating, you can animate using only the lattice. So you can create like tunneled, spinning tunnel from this thing, and only using your lattice points just to make it like starting to be too opened, and you are get inside this, and that's nice. You can add more colors to it, and it also can be used for wires as it's meant to be, just little wires for like net cable, Ethernet cable, or whatever, or maybe for robots or any crazy stuff like this. And that's basically it. So I hope you enjoy this one, and that this tutorial had a little bit more for your wires knowledge in Maya, and this is it for it. See you soon with the new tutorials whenever I will have time to create them. I'm not sure about it, but whenever I feel like and finding something interesting that I want to share with you, so I will do this. And till then, stay safe, learn, and come back whenever you feel like. See you. Bye.